So I'm very excited to be here representing myself and Brendan's company, Frock Advisor. And to be invited guests of McElhinneys is a real honour. So Frock Advisor is a platform to support fabulous independent retailers like McElhinneys, and to give them visibility beyond their customer base. So the reason McElhinneys is thriving and such an institution within Donegal is because of the wonderful customers that it has, just like you. And the passion of the staff to deliver customer service, to deliver excellence in product. That's why you love McElhinneys, and they love you because you're loyal. So we wanted to create a broader platform so that if somebody is traveling and happens upon McElhinneys, that they can find it through the Frock Advisor app, that they can communicate. But it's actually about more than that. If you have a particular need, if there's something that you're looking for, and I've had about, I'd say, 20 different conversations since I came today with women who know what they want. They know what they're looking for, but they can't find it. And for us, Frock Advisor is a platform and an app where you can ask that question. I'm looking for a 40s dress for an event. I'm looking for a handbag in such and such a colour. So all you have to do is download Frock Advisor onto your iPhone. You can then set up your profile really, really easily and start the conversation. You can also see what McElhinneys have brand new in. So all the latest deliveries that they've had, if they have any special offers, if they have any events, all that information is gathered together onto one platform. So download it, have a play with it. It is great, great fun. If anybody needs advice, we have the Frock Advisor team. June is here. She's moonlighting on Boom today. Grace is there. She's our wonderful videographer. And obviously I'm here. And please feel free to come up to me afterwards, ask me any questions. I know some of you have already got some answers, and I will do the very best I can to give you what you need. So what I thought might be useful, with all the homework and the background done, is to have a little chat about how we build our wardrobes. So how do we create a wardrobe that's useful? Come on forward, girls, and we'll talk. Don't be shy, honestly. I'm scaring them away now. So I think we all have needs for our wardrobe. And so is there anybody in the room who looks in the wardrobe and says, I've nothing to wear? That's a pretty common problem. And I bet you the wardrobe doesn't have 3 things in it, right? So we have a lot of stuff in our wardrobes, and we still find ourselves in a situation that we have nothing. A lot of money on occasion wear. So on, you know, that outfit for the wedding, that outfit for the christening, that outfit for the whatever party it is. Does that make sense? And yet, you don't put as much care and attention into the occasions that happen every day. So how many big occasions do you have every year? How many momentous big, maybe 4, 5? So we spend the most of our budget on 5 events, okay? We take the most time, the most deliberation, we accessorize to within an inch of our lives, we make sure everything is perfect for 4 days of the year. And the rest of the time, we don't know what to do, to dress ourselves to feel fit for purpose. And there's a formula for that, okay? So the very first thing you do is you assess your needs. So how do I actually spend my life? Do I spend my life 85% of my time in casual wear? Am I a working woman? Do I have to be presentable for business? Do I realistically spend most of my life in gym gear? Whatever it is, it's not wrong, it's just your reality. So where your reality is and where the maximum of your time is spent, that's where you invest. Not in the 4 occasions that you're going to have outfits under plastic in the back of the wardrobe only to be sent to the charity store 5 years later because you never wore it again. Does that resonate? And the hat that seemed brilliant at the time for 195 quid that you wore once and felt stupid in anyway, right? So that's not good practice. So the first thing you do is you look at your life. And you look at all the different segments of your life, whether it's downtime, party time, work time, whatever it is, and you think, okay, that's where I need to focus my investment on my wardrobe. The second thing you do is you take a cold, hard look at your body, at your physicality. What shape are you? Where do you need help? Where's the bits of you that you don't like? Where's the bits of you that you do like? And think about what you want to do. How we dress ourselves and how we make ourselves look as good as possible is by understanding the dynamics of shape. So what everybody wants to do is to look basically like two triangles, nose to nose, okay? So you want to have a nice defined shoulder, nipped in at the waist, out a bit at the hips, and then hopefully in again at the end, right? So that's what we want to do. It's kind of the classic Marilyn Monroe hourglass shape. But life isn't always like that, okay? And some days you're comfortable with your body, most days you're not. So I want a show of hands of any women who are here who are 100% happy with their body shape. That's terrible. It's terrible because this room is full of stylish women who know what they're doing. You know, you girls are amazing and gorgeous. You've nothing to be embarrassed about, and we are indoctrinated to be dissatisfied with our bodies. And that is a crying shame because we've one life to live, one way to live it, and we take control of it, and we be thankful and happy with what we've got, which will allow us to build the confidence, move on, and improve what we've got, okay? There's no point in thinking about, well, when I lose the 2 stone, 3 stone, 4 stone, 5 stone, whatever it is, then things will be better. Make yourself look as good as you can, be as confident as you can right now, okay? Don't put it on hold. So once you've assessed your body shape, and it's about balance, so if your hips and thighs are the issue, okay? So if you're kind of a classic pear shape, the chances are your shoulders are quite narrow, you've got a really good waist, your torso is your good bit, but you're conscious always about the lower half, okay? So that's about, use that waist, use the waist, define it, create a little bit of balance on the shoulder, and the skirt like this, anything could be happening under this skirt. My hips literally could be out to there and you wouldn't know. So it's about creating and understanding shapes that work for you. And equally, another really common shape is, you know, the unfortunately named apple, where actually your torso is the problem. That's where you carry it. But by corollary, you have really good pins, really good arms, and they're your strong points. So it's about understanding where to throw the focus onto and where to throw it away from. Okay? So now you have a clearer understanding of what your lifestyle needs are. You have a clearer understanding of what your body shape is. The next thing is to understand palette. Color palette, something you know a lot about, right? So it's, okay, how do I start this game? So you look at your wardrobe, you look at the colors that you gravitate towards. Now, there's quite a lot of color in the audience, which makes me very happy. Is there anybody who's addicted to black? Anybody who kind of, that's your refuge? You go to black every single time. Now, the bad news is that black, despite the fact that I'm wearing it today, can be pretty unforgiving, okay? It's not the friendliest color to wear. Navy, much, much better, and I see the beautiful navy uniforms that the girls are wearing today. But also greys, brown tones, much more soft neutrals, which are a great backbone for your wardrobe. And if you're going to start to move away from black, the first thing that you do is you buy a pair of shoes that aren't black to support your methodology, okay? Because if all the shoes you have are black, you're just going to keep gravitating back to black again. So navy shoes, grey shoes, brown shoes, something to lift the whole palette. And once you understand what your dark neutral is, then you begin to interject the lighter neutrals. So, okay, I'll put it to you this way. In its simplest terms, we use black and white, okay? So the monochrome look, something that's very big at the moment, but it's big every season. But it's the easiest point at which to start to build your wardrobe. It's not necessarily the richest. So if you think of black and white on one side, and then you think of, say, an anthracite grey with a beautiful oyster ivory colour. Can you see the difference in your mind's eye between the richness of those subtler tones and the kind of harshness of black and white? So I'm not saying don't wear black and white, I'm saying don't rely on it. So think a little bit more laterally about how to build your wardrobe. Once you have the neutrals in place, then you can begin to play. Okay, you can begin to think about, well, what do I actually need? Here's something that I find women do all the time. They think, okay, well this, and I was talking to a woman today, I don't know where she is, and she had it in her mind's eye, this is what I need. This is what I need because I know it works and I've done it 140 times before. And what happens with that is we get locked into a style and we think, this works for me, so I'm just going to keep on doing it. Again and again and again. And what happens from there is you end up opening your wardrobe full of clothes with nothing to wear because you've got 15 of the same style skirt in different variations and hues. Does that make sense? Or you've got 10 pairs of effectively the same jeans. Or you've got, you know, whatever your personal fixation is, you're on a repeat behavior. Do it again and again and again. That's useless to you, because if you've bought it once, you have it. Okay, you've ticked that box. Move on and get something else that can complement your wardrobe and increase your opportunities, right? We're all clever women here. We want to make good investments. So the good investments are made around understanding what you need in your wardrobe. So you need a really good pair of wide trousers, a really good pair of narrowed trousers, probably a good pair of jeans, well-fitted, well-tailored jeans, a skirt, pencil skirt. Every woman, regardless of age, should have one. Something that works to your advantage. If you're, again, worried about the hips, maybe a little pleating, stick to the waist here, little pleating, but that sort of really classic pencil skirt shape is very useful in every woman's wardrobe. You need possibly a floatier skirt, something with a little bit more femininity. You need a dress that can be your hard working animal, something that will take you from day to night. And one thing I say to women time and time again is think about 4 ways to wear. Okay, before you buy something, you think to yourself, okay, this is going to be amazing for this special occasion. Unless you can think of 4 ways to wear it, you're only going to get one use out of it, which means it's not a good investment. So this lovely lady with the blue dress, where is she? She was somewhere here. She was trialing a dress. She'd never worn a dress before. So it's like, okay, beautiful dress. How are you going to wear it? Are you going to wear it with courts for dinner? Maybe even accessorize it with a hat for a wedding? Yes, tick, absolutely. Are you going to wear it with riding boots and a knit during the day? No problem. So exercise your mind and think about what your opportunities to wear are. And if you pick up something, there's only one way to wear it, you're going to get very little value out of it. Does that make sense? Yeah? So, you need probably a good white shirt. Okay, I will say that every wardrobe needs a good white shirt. So don't go for the baseline. Don't go for like a cotton jersey. Go for a little bit of silk or something with a silk effect so that you feel like, you know, it feels right. It feels like you've made an effort. It's a good shape on you. A couple of t-shirts are always very useful, just casual t-shirts. Jackets are the mainstay of every wardrobe. Jackets are what gives you the architecture. So forget about a jacket that's going to make you feel warm. That's a different thing altogether. This is something that's going to create the effect of tailoring. Broaden the shoulder, narrow in the waist. It's not about staying warm. It's about looking the best version of your body shape that you can be. Everybody with me? Yeah. Riveted, I can tell. It's brilliant. So once you have those pieces in place, and they're really the guts, then you start to get into the master's level practice, which is accessorizing. Okay, is anybody afraid of accessories? Yeah, it's a little bit of accessory phobia, you know, it can happen. It's like, well, I can take it so far, but I don't know, I have so many scarves in my wardrobe, I never wear them. You know, lovely jewelry sitting in a box, never goes on my neck. How do you deal with that? The very first thing you do is you make it visible. So whatever situation and setup you have in your wardrobe, make sure your accessories are visible. Because if you can't see them, you're not going to wear them. Okay? Makes perfect sense, right? If they're hidden away in a drawer, they're going to stay hidden away in a drawer. And where accessories really come into play are for updating your wardrobe. So you have your core pieces in place. If you want to splash a leopard print, a splash of magenta, whatever it is, you can get that in your accessories. Shoes, bags, statement jewelry, scarves, even knitwear. You can even think of knitwear sometimes as an accessory to get that little sort of trend piece. And I can talk about trends individually if people have interest. The reality of trends is that catwalk designers send out the catwalks, okay? This is going to blow your mind, okay? Catwalk designers all over the world send out their collections. And the media have to think of buckets to put those collections in. So the media make up the trends. And they scrape all the pieces from all the relevant catwalk collections and they say, okay, this is the leopard print trend because this collection had 2 pieces of leopard print, this collection had 2 pieces of leopard print. And they decide that they write their material around that. The bloggers in the audience will know this. You pull and cherry pick your trends. So trends are just a mechanism to communicate the message, right? So that we want more things, more beautiful clothes. And that's great because it allows us to bucket it. Used to be, in the olden days, that there would be 3 or 4 trends per season. And if you weren't wearing one of those trends, you weren't on it. Right now, that's broadened out in response to you guys, the shoppers. Because we don't want to all look the same, right? We want to be individual. We want something different. I mean, that's the very reason that we put Frock Advisor alive, is so that you could find something that differentiated you, so you don't look like everybody else, right? That's really important. So, what we do is we decide what we want, what suits us ourselves. So don't be forced into a situation where trend is driving everything that we wear. It's merely a way to update your wardrobe season on season. And it can be done really simply and relatively reasonably through accessories, as opposed to diving mainline into a big investment in something that's right now that you'll tire of in a couple of seasons' time. So that's the overview. That's the philosophy of how I would approach an individual client, and you're getting it for free. It costs a lot of money, but you're getting it for free. I'm here, I've already been talking to some people. What I would say is if you have an iPhone, download the Frock Advisor app. You'll see McElhinneys there. You'll be the first to see what the new deliveries are. You'll be the first to see the special events, the discounts, all the things that are coming through. It's like a VIP enclosure for boutique shoppers. And as we grow and scale throughout the world, wherever you go on your holidays, the vision is that you'll be able to log onto your Frock Advisor app and see other boutiques similar to McElhinneys in terms of their stock wherever you go. So you know when you land in a foreign city and you think, I'd love to go shopping, but I don't have the first idea where to go, you turn to your Frock Advisor app and you'll be able to see all the boutiques in the local area. So we have huge ambitions to support fashion's independent retailers all over the world, and we'd love you to come on that journey with us. Tell us what you want, tell us what you like, communicate with McElhinneys and other stores that you might like, and we'd like to grow the rise of the independent, because we don't want to live in a world at the end of the day where everything we wear is bought to us by 5 international global companies, because independent stores like this are the lifeblood of this community, and there are more like this. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'm at your disposal. Please